Here's an example of a linear equation in two variables. And I want to solve this equation for y. I want to isolate the y. Well, remember, before we worry about the coefficient, don't we worry about isolating the variable term? Isn't that the step before coefficient, to isolate the variable term? The variable term is not by itself. It's here with the 2x term. So I need to get rid of the 2x term, which I would do by subtracting 2x. That becomes 0, leaving me 3y on the left-hand side. Normally, I can't combine those because they're not like terms. Normally, when we write expressions, mathematicians like it if we write the variable term first and any constant terms second. So the correct way to write that expression is negative 2x plus 12. You say, well, weren't we subtracting 2x from 12? Well, I want to show you something that shows you that writing it this way is equivalent to subtracting 2x from 12. What if we had 12 minus 5? The answer to that is 7, isn't it? Well, what about negative 5 plus 12? What if I write the negative 5 first and put the plus 12 after? Isn't the answer the same? Isn't owing $5 and having $12 also having $7? So I can rewrite that expression if I bring the minus sign with the 5. So I brought the minus sign with the 2x, put it out in front, and then had plus 12. So I've written something that's equivalent, and this is the preferred method for writing it, to write the x term first. Remember, mathematicians have their little idiosyncrasies. They like certain things done their way, and this is one of those examples. Well, now we just need to get the coefficient of the y to be 1 instead of 3. We'll do that by dividing both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times y is y. And here, if we're going to simplify this expression, we have to divide both of these terms by 3. So we'll have to divide negative 2x by 3. You can't divide negative 2 by 3 and get a whole number answer, so you leave it as a fraction. So that becomes negative 2/3 x when I take negative 2x and divide by 3. And then I'll divide plus 12 by 3, which does give me the whole number answer, plus 4. So we've taken that original linear equation in two variables, and we've written it into a different form. This happens to be called the slope-intercept form of that type of equation. And somewhere along the line, you'll probably encounter that form and encounter this type of equation that you have to deal with. In fact, I think that'll happen a little bit later this quarter. So there we've solved that equation for y by approaching it somewhat like we did our linear equations in one variable.